RCMP.
Hi, good afternoon. I was wondering if I could speak with Jessica.
Yeah, it's Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. This is Scott Yours. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. I'm just here with Glenda, letting the time pass. Um, I was just calling about our discussion there a few months ago. I was wondering if you had any update.
So I've been talking to a bunch of people about it, and I'm trying to figure out how to set up a meeting for them to review it.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of I'm just not getting no one's getting back to me.
Okay.
So yeah.
I do got to tell you, Jessica, I'm extremely stressed out by the lack of response. I'll say that I'm actually scared. I'd say I'm 50% scared at this point. And I know there's only so much that you can do about that. But I do have to state it is having a very negative effect on my life. Because I don't know what to do, right? I've gone over the evidence again. And I'm quite confident in what occurred, and the only option that I can see at this point is I have to officially press charges. And so I don't know, what do I need to do to actually engage in that part of it.
And then which part? So where do you who do you want to charge?
I want to charge well, that's a good question. I think the director who issued the hit piece. I think that's a good place to start.
The director that issued the what piece?
The hit piece on March 13th when they sent you guys.
Oh, they sent us to say that you were.
Yeah, that's right. Whoever called you guys and sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know if you had seen the follow-up information that I'd sent, but I told you about Tim Houston being there the night my mother died. In 2021, he relieved the entire board of directors for Nova Scotia Health Authority and installed his friends.
Yes. So.
Yeah. So that's the route I'd like to go. And I mean, they have the right to defend themselves, and state this or that. But I mean, that's the route I want to go.
Okay. So I will focus more on the 13th, what occurred, and see about.
And going back to February 17th when I'd sent that letter out in the night that my mother died, I think it's pretty important. Because, Jessica, when I was talking to you, I did report a break and enter at my house. Right? I've got a witness saying they seen lights moving around in my house. On top of my event saying I seen Houston at the hospital. And then those events with, like I said, him with the Nova Scotia Health Authority and then them locking me up and it not making any sense. It starts to make a lot more sense. And I've got a lot of witnesses that will talk to the different events that had happened. I'm not worried about that. I know that everything did happen. So I need to move forward with charges. I need to know that this is being moved. And I know you might not be able to give me the best answer right now, and I'm not trying to put you on the spot for that, but I need to.
No, for sure. I get it. I'm just trying to think of... do you have a charge in mind for the director?
I don't. I made the request to the Nova Scotia Health Authority, but I haven't got the response back yet. All I've got is the individual doctors who, or whatever, and I've done my individual complaints about the escalation process, and that is what it is. But I don't have the information about the director. I'd assumed that because they had contacted RCMP, you guys might have it. I'm not asking to get it. I'll get that through Nova Scotia Health Authority, but that's right.
Okay. Let me focus on that portion and see what I can do to kind of come up with a charge. I can't think of a charge on top of my head.
Well, they lied about it all because they knew. And so, literally, I see it as kidnapping. I know you might not see it as like that. but they were just emails, and in context, it was clearly retaliation. That, that psychologist guy, first off, do you know the reason Tim Houston, he got rid of the board and he was being criticized for not putting because he got rid of like the black people and the diversity. And remember how I said they sent me 12 hours away to their token black psychologist? So this is showing a high level of interaction with these individuals. They know exactly what they're doing. This isn't flukes. This is machinery that's working. So that actually moves into criminal conspiracy to have somebody kidnapped, to specifically not talk about evidence or facts. And they told me, Jessica, that if I even mention J.D. Irving, they will have me fucking arrested and pumped full of drugs. That's right. So I mean, these are very serious threats against very credible information coming in. So, I mean, you can look for the charges or whatever, and that's what you got to do. But I need to proceed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I will try to look into some charges that I can think of that would, for the evidence that you have, that would work. I don't believe kidnapping, like what's required for the criminal code.
Well, I mean, what would you charge somebody with, Jessica, if I called you and completely lied about something happening, is to have you go there and terrorize that person and arrest them? What charge would you lay against me?
Yeah, so I'm thinking more of I have to look it up.
Yeah, you kind of see what I'm saying, right? I understand. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm more like just saying that's the direction I really want to head in. Ultimately, I'm going to push to have this investigated as an instance of domestic terrorism against me and my family. And that's going to be the harder part of it, and it'll probably have to go to court or whatever for that. But that is the route that I'm headed here. I'm at the stage now that I have absolutely been terrorized, and that is how I feel. I feel terrorized. I get a knock at my door. I'm like, is it them just coming to arrest me?
False arrest.
And do another false arrest? And it's like, I'm actually terrified at this point. I like, Jessica, if something happened, I can't call the police.
Well,
No, I can't. I can't.
Because they give no answers.
If I can't get answers from you guys, then can't answer basic questions, then I have to see the actions as malicious. And then if you find something out about me, it's to your advantage, or you think you find something out, or you find someone in my family, it's so reasonable that they're going to be targeted that it's scary, right? When there's SUVs stalking your cousin's children so bad that they get reported as pedophiles, that's really serious. Right? That's coming from a group of people that don't have ethics. They don't care about anybody. And that came from the police side of this. Right? So I really can't contact the police. So if something really bad happened, I don't even know what to do. My last option right now would be to call the police. And it's not because of you, but I just have completely lost all faith in that process. And the way that I view it is that that's not there to help people. That's there to hurt people. Because I have been nothing but hurt by that process, and that's not all on you or anything like that. But just know no, and it's just like I have been truly terrorized. So I don't know who to contact. I'm going to call CSIS later, and I'm going to state that I want this investigated as domestic terrorism. I know they're going to tell me to pound sand, but I've got to do what I feel is right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right. So if you get a call about it, it's going to be a pleasant call, just like yours and mine here. I'm just going to tell them my general feelings that I don't know what else to do. And hey, so because I don't have any other options. Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, give me. What is today? Today's Wednesday. Can I call you? I'm back Monday. That gives me a day or two to kind of figure some things out and see where I can find something. And then I'll call you back Monday.
Okay, no problem. I just want one quick question. We don't need to talk about it. Did you see the EMIC videos that I sent?
That you sent where?
Okay, I sent them out to that group.
Oh, no.
Interestingly enough, you know what I mean when I say you receive bounce backs from people, like if they receive them immediately after sending that review of Nova Scotia Health Authority. All my bounce backs from a bunch of different addresses just stopped. And that's from different domains, which is telling me something else seems to be going on there. But I mean, it really is what it is. I'll deal with that.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Well, thank you for taking my call and thank you for hearing me.
Of course.
Okay.
No problem, Scott. I will call you Monday.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day and have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye bye.
Yeah, but not much, does she?
After 2 months.